Hi guys, welcome back to Cristian Casts, where I go fishing so you don't have to. Today I am again in our small bait building workshop. We are going to paint another bait today, and I think I'm going to go a bit bolder and also use some very bright colors. So whoever saw the video last time, I painted like a classic rainbow trout kind of optic. So today we're gonna do something different. I'll maybe put the video if you're interested right here or right there, and you guys can head over and check that out. And we are going to airbrush it, clear it out, and make a finished bait. And I will be taking you with on the journey. So let's get started. I won't talk anymore in the intro. We'll get to the bait, and I'll set up the camera that you guys see my hands from above, and we'll just start the whole process. So see you soon. I am going to be using my prototype, and we're just going to do it in a different optic, and we're going to try something different. So the first thing is to again clear out all the 3D strings from the lip region. I have already created a round lip for this bait that we will be trying, and we're going to be setting it right in like that. So that's the look it's going to have. It's going to catch, I think, a bit more water than the last lip, because the last lip is not as broad, so we might get a little bit of a bigger wobble. So that fits already, and the lip slot is cleaned out, so that's the first step. And now we are going to sand it quickly, and once it's sanded, I will start with drilling the holes for the hardware, but you'll see that anyway, and I'll put time slots in that you can jump where it is. I'll start sanding it, and I'll also speed up the video for that process because it isn't too interesting. I have got a 180 grit water sandpaper, but I'm not going to use water. The first step is just to get really everything that is very rough off of the bait, because as I often say, where it is on the build plate right here, you get a little bit of a rough surface. And once I'm happy with how the nose looks, I'm actually going to go finer with our well-known sand blocks. And so once I'm happy with the feel of our bait, I'm just going to clear off all the fine dust that we got. I know I shouldn't use my airbrush, but I don't have a compressor. So, there we go. Then I just make sure that there's nothing that from the sanding process is in the lip slot. And now I'll go over to drilling the holes, and I'll get you back in a moment. We are back, and I'm now going to mark the middle about with this tool, and as you see, I just give it a little poke and twist that I got our marks, and right here again, and I'll put it a bit further back this time So I'll put it about here, and then we'll put one right about here. So now I'll grab my drill, and I have got a 1mm drill bit in, and we're gonna gently make all the holes. So once I've got that done, I am going to quickly sand off the holes that there is no surface that stands out. So there we go. I'll put in the hardware and I'll get you guys back once I'm sealing the bait. As you can see, we are now going to attach our bait here. I'll just tighten this a little bit like that, and then we are going to glue in our lip slot first. Then we'll take our lip, and I'll just open this first still while we set the lip how we like it. There we go. Excess super glue goes straight away down here. Perfect. So now we will just control that maybe one more time if I am happy. Yes. And now we will drizzle on some super glue. And we do this that when we start painting the bait, the paint doesn't go into the 3D printed lines. We'll then sand over it one more time after sealing the whole bait. But first we'll make sure we get every little bit of this bait. Actually works quite well also. Well, quite sticky, but that's the nature of the glue. Should be sticky. So now we are pretty much done. There we go. So that is done. And now we are going to sand it once more, and then we'll start painting. So first step of this video, we are actually going to ground the fish with some fluorescent orange. So I like to wear gloves because I can then see how the paint gets carried out. As you see at the moment, it doesn't get carried out that well. Okay. I might go up with the pressure a bit. That's better. And I might put a drop of thinner in. There we go. To mix in the thinner, I'll do a trick like that. Yeah, that's better. So, this out of the way. Ooh, I forgot to cover the lip. I'll get you guys back as soon as we start painting again. We don't want any orange on the lip. So we masked the lip quickly, and now we'll get back to airbrushing. So we are going to dry the first layer of paint quickly. And then we'll hit them one more time with a little bit of orange, and then we're going to darken it up with some bronze. So I am quite happy with that, and I'll get you back when we change up colors. I'm going to wash out the airbrush, and then we're going to go over a little bit with something browner and tone down this orange a little bit, and then we'll still make some black details, and then we're going to speed it up a bit. I'll still paint behind here because where the clamp is on, we haven't got any paint yet, so we're not allowed to forget that. So see you soon. We are back, and the next color we added is a little bit of a bronze. So if you guys can see, we are going to just darken it. I'm going to go far away and just darken the whole entire bait with a little bit of bronze shimmer. So as you guys can see, we have darkened it a little bit with this shimmer, and now I just want to show you guys something cool. I am actually going to show you, this is a fluorescent orange. So you see we have got this fluorescent effect still underneath there, but we lightened it down a bit with the bronze. So now I'm still gonna do some black. I'm gonna cover it up black right here, make some lines down. I'll just wash out the airbrush and I'll get you guys back again. As you can see, the next color in my airbrush is some black. So we are going to go over the top here, and I will there we go. So we've got this black at the top, so we're just gonna try it, and I might just lay it here. And then we'll do this side as well. There we go. So now we are going to put on a bit of mesh, and I'm gonna hit it with some gold to create a scale optic, and we'll do that then straight away. Like this side more than that side. That one looks a bit too controlled, but we'll see what the scales do, and I'll get back to you guys. As you guys can see, I added the scale pattern, and we are going to add some gold. And there we go. So I will let it dry, and then we'll reveal the scales. So well, the bait is dry, so I'll take off our little clamps, and it is actually a very, it doesn't really seem too wild, but I'll put on the clear coat and add a eye. I've already put out some eyes for this bait, and we'll see how it goes. I'm not too sure what I should think of it, but we'll see. So we're gonna super glue the eyes on. So we'll need a little drop. Did it dry in already? Must be. There we go. And I took these very golden, beautiful eyes, and add them right there. So we'll see what I think of this. Oopsie. So now just look quickly how that one is placed. And I'll place this one the same. Put that one back. So now, see, it's not quite on there yet. Now it is. The super glue, and that is the bait without a clear coat. It's very shiny, but the scales don't pop as much as I wanted. I think I should have gone a bit darker down here, that the gold has a bit more to pick out. So we'll get the clear coat on anyway, and we'll also try this bait with the rainbow bait that I made, and then we'll see if we are able to land something. So I'll get everything ready for the clear coat and I'll get you guys back. Last step of our bait build is going to be maybe drying him off still once. And now we will grab him right at the tip here. It's a little bit smaller. There we go. And now we've got our paintbrush ready, and the dripping doesn't worry us too much. This paintbrush is really dried out, so we're just gonna go with the good old dazzling. Even if we lose a little bit of a clear coat. There we go, now we let it drip a bit. And I see a bubble. Last thing you want in a clear coat is a bubble. So now I'm checking if I see any impurities. I dazzle it a bit. Let it drip. And then I have got a new curing lamp, and we're gonna switch it on and just look at that fluorescent colors. And now I see the resin cures really well on this bait. So this is a really messy process at the moment how I'm doing it. Sadly, I am gonna change that in the future, because I'm actually going to make a rotisserie in which I can put my baits, and then hopefully I don't have this mess anymore. So I'll get you guys back once the bait is cured, and I'll have a little outro with you guys. So we finished another bait build. It's not quite what I wanted, and as you guys can see, it's a tiger. Well, one could nearly say it looks like Garfield, and the golden scales didn't come out as I wanted them to. I think I would have to do a darker underground, but I'm still quite happy, and I think that if we put some hooks on and we have a good day with some murky water, it will be popping, because as you guys maybe see, wait, I'll do it with the torch, the fluorescent colors are really there and popping, so I like that fact. So that actually worked with the fluorescent orange from the bottom, but I actually was hoping that the scales pop a bit more. I don't know if I could have painted them a bit harder still, or a bit more, that I stay on a bit more with the airbrush, but we'll try and catch something with it, and yeah, we'll get to the next bait build. So if you enjoyed this video, maybe leave a comment or just like the video, and we'll see each other for the next bait build, and maybe we'll get out and be able to fish them in the near future. So see you guys. Cheers.